What's up, everybody? I'm back once again for another review of Rocky 3. Right here, folks. Well, I just got finished watching Rocky 3, and it's not only starring Sylvester Stallone, but also written and directed by Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, the guy's been working his ass off. Yeah. The plot. The plot is so fucking easy. What can I say about the plot? Okay, so we get a bit of montage from Rocky 2, where Rocky wins his first championship. He wins the championship, and we get montages of him, of his first 10 title defenses. Just drilling through regular boxers, and and we get also pieces of montage from our new villain, Mr. T, who played Clubber Lang. And, we get montages of him squashing, flattening other fighters, and then he wants Rocky. He wants to face Rocky for the title. Okay, so so we get montages of Rocky, Rocky's fights, his 10 title defenses, and him being rich and famous, doing commercials, and for crying out loud, we see him in the friggin' Muppets, doing a commercial or something with the friggin' Muppets. Really? Okay, alright. So the plot is, he gets beaten by when he finally faces, Clubber Lang, then he gets beaten, like, badly. He was humiliatingly, and wow. He took one hell of a beating in the ring, literally. And then, he gets the help from his old nemesis, Apollo Creed, played by Carl Weathers, and who was in the first 2 Rocky films, and he's also in this one. Yeah, so and I'll say everybody from the first 2 Rocky films come back in 3, and and what can I say about Rocky 3? It's not quite good as the second Rocky. I like the second Rocky better than this one, I'll be honest with you, but this Rocky is kind of kid-friendly. It's kid-friendly. You see, where I see, Hulk Hogan makes his first appearance, Hulk Hogan in his prime makes his first appearance, which has nothing to do with the movie. I find the Hulk Hogan scene laughable, where Rocky fights Hulk Hogan, I find that pretty laughable. At the same time, it's not half bad. I had fun with that. Part. It was pretty entertaining. And, I see and there's also a scene where Clubber finally comes out and calls Rocky out for a fight in the middle of a party, and he shows how to crash a party. I mean, I like Mr. T. I like Mr. T as a villain. I'm not gonna lie to you. But to tell you the truth, Drago from Rocky 4 is my favorite villain, but I like Mr. T as a villain. He's an awesome villain. I'm not gonna lie. And so, yep. What can I say? Mr. T has a way with words. Yeah. So, see, Rocky's the same guy he's the same guy we know from the first 2 films. And you know, and what I like about, I mean, let's say Clubber Lang is the kind of villain you would love to hate. He's the kind of villain you would love to hate, pretty much, because, yeah, he's pretty mouthy. He's mouthy. He's hot-headed. He's psychotic. And, man, he just doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. This guy just doesn't shut the fuck up. Yeah, that makes you love to hate him. Yeah. And I love a moment where Rocky accepts the challenge because because Mr. T was making a pass at his wife, hitting on his wife, so the match is on. So, and there's a moment where Mickey wants no part of it. Mickey wants no part of it, and then Mickey reveals that I love Mickey. Mickey reveals that that he's been carrying Rocky. Those fights, that Rocky had, those first 10 fights that Rocky had were handpicked. They were just, they were like shitty fighters. They were like shitty fighters. You know what I mean? Like shitty fighters. He was protecting him. He was protecting Rocky the whole time. And after those first 10 title bouts, he got civilized, and he was beating off rich. He was getting rich and famous, and he kind of got. Basically, Mickey was telling Rocky that he got soft. Rocky got soft. So Rocky kept trying to talk Mickey into, fighting Clubber. Mickey says no. One more, and he says no. Yeah, Mickey said he should have retired. So, okay, fight's on. And we got montage of Rocky and Clubber training. We see, I like the scene where Clubber is training his ass off. Clubber wants to not only win the title from Rocky, he wants to destroy him. He wants to destroy him, which he did in the first fight. Okay. Yeah, so we see, like Rocky's not taking his training too seriously. He's too distracted by his fans and things like that. It's just like a cliche from the original film, where where Apollo was not taking Rocky too seriously. He wasn't taking a fight with Rocky too seriously. That's a cliche from that. Okay, so match is on. Before the match, before the match, Rocky's on his way to the ring. Clubber's always mouthy as usual. So they have a little melee. They have a little melee before the fight. Inadvertently pushes Mickey, which causes them to get a heart attack. And after Clubber destroys Rocky, then he goes to mourn, which is a sad moment where Mickey dies. That's the saddest moment of the movie, where Mickey dies. And what can I say? The movie was kid-friendly. It was a little kid-friendly for me, And it's like, it's not that great. It's not a great. It's not bad. It's not. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's awesome. I enjoyed the movie, especially the final fight between Clubber and Rocky. That fight was pretty damn. That fight was awesome. It was awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was awesome. And then, the acting was great. Stallone's at his best. Stallone's always at his best. And sometimes you gotta love to hate Paulie. Burning on his back. But my favorite character through the entire Rocky franchise, one of the most overlooked characters I have to say is Duke. Not Duke from Rocky 5, okay? The guy who trains Apollo and helps train Rocky. Yeah. He's been in all 6 Rocky films. I love Duke. He's my favorite character. Duke is my favorite character throughout the franchise throughout the Rocky franchise. Yeah, so the acting was pretty solid. The acting was pretty solid. I'll give it that. And you know, the writing, good. The writing was pretty good. It was pretty. Yeah, so and I love the moments. I love and and also one of those other moments where Apollo's helping Rocky train to fight Clubber again, and Rocky's training miserably because he's scared, he's afraid. Yeah, he's training miserably, because he's scared. He doesn't have that heart. He doesn't have the eye. Apollo's trying to help Rocky get Eye of the Tiger back because the Eye of the Tiger. That's how Rocky beat Apollo in the second film. And there's in that moment where Adrian steps in like she usually does. She always steps in, gives a little ass-kicking pep talk. She kicks his ass verbally to kick Clubber's ass towards the end of the movie. So that's a good. Those are some good moments. So I like the moments with Adrian and Rocky, and I like the moments with Rocky and Mickey. I love those moments. So anyway, so that's my review on the. Before I conclude this review, I'll give this movie. Let's see. I'll give it about. Let's see. As I said before, it was a bit kid friendly. And I was kind of annoyed when Rocky was not taking his training too seriously. I was just annoyed at the part where he was so distracted by fans all around him and shit like that. Yeah, that's pretty much what annoyed me. So I'll give this movie about I'll give it about 3 and 4/4. I'll give it about 3 and 4/4 out of 5 stars. But great movie though, awesome movie. And that's my review on Rocky 3. And once again, another shout out to the Review King MB, where I'm on for life. And let me leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. And until next time.